Hello, Gemini. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your energy update for the week of the 12th of July 2021. I hope you're doing well. Be sure to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign for a full picture of all the energies that are going on for you this week. Gemini, I've got a live show 3 times a week, live here on YouTube called Psychic Cafe. I would love to see you in there if you can make it. And if you're interested in a private reading, then they are available. I'll pop a link for that up there. There's a link in the description box for that too, for my website. Okay, so Gemini, what have you got going on this week? Let's see. You've got sharing your wisdom. So a bit of a teaching moment this week. You could be giving guidance to someone. I saw an image of someone younger. So that's true for some of you. You'll be able to kind of help out by teaching someone, sharing your wisdom. Or it could be a friend as well. Like hearing what's going on with a friend. Them confiding in you specifically to tell you something that's going on with them and actually asking for your help. You know, what I'm trying to say here is the two scenarios that I saw there, it wasn't unsolicited advice that you were giving. It was like someone coming to you and confiding something in you and then asking for your help. So Gemini, let's check those. Okay, so you've got synchronicity here and play. Awesome. Fun week for you. A playful week for you, apart from sharing your wisdom. I think that'll be an isolated incident. But yeah, synchronicity and play. So the universe playing with you. It's going to be a bit magical for Geminis this week. I gotta love that. Let's get some tarot out for you, Gemini. What's going on for Geminis this week? Let's see. Gemini. Seems to be a very healing week for a lot of the different signs as well. The Fool, the start of a new journey. Oh. And that's also taking a risk. You're manifesting something as well with the Magician here. Not with the Magician. With the Magician card, you are the Magician. I know. Manifesting something, using the gifts that you've got and the resources that you've got outside of yourself as well. So this is like using your spare room for a business or using your spare rooms for Airbnb. It's using the actual resources that you already have, physical resources that you already have. Anyway, I'm going to get clarifiers out to get more into that, but I'm getting a lot from it. The Queen of Swords, she has boundaries, so you're going to have to need boundaries. Right, I'll do that. I will let people stay in my spare room, but only for a few weeks each year. Something like that, a boundary. It doesn't have to be connected with that. That was just an example. A boundary, just in case you didn't know what boundaries were. The Fool. So you're starting out on a new journey. Tell us what this Fool is about for Gemini this week. What's this new journey? What's this risk that needs to be taken here? Stepping into the unknown. Why's the Fool? The World. Beetroots blossom on my table. The World. So it's somewhere else, isn't it? It's about location. It's about travel. It's about. Are you thinking of going somewhere new, Gemini? Or like going to live somewhere new or traveling somewhere new, maybe? It doesn't feel like a holiday. It feels like it's bigger than that. Because the world is also about a completion of a cycle, but I'm definitely getting travel from this. Now, this could be, you know how I was getting something about your house, like your accommodation and a spare room? I really was getting that message strongly about spare rooms. I know that's really specific, so it's only going to apply to some of you, but it could be allowing people to stay with you from somewhere else. There's more to it than that. I'm sure you'll know anyway if you're in that situation. But yeah, it's a new journey, but you're opening up to. There's something about travel, and it does have something to do with this Magician card, these resources that you've got, actual physical resources that you've already got, material resources. It feels like it's got something to do with your accommodation. It is quite specific. Teaching. The Fool, the World, and teaching. I was getting that too. I was about to say it. It's like, when they have those exchange things and you let students that are just in the state like going to learn in the nearby uni, or but they're coming from overseas. It's like having them stay with you. I was thinking that, and it's teaching. It's something like that. It's something about this is so specific, I can't believe it. This is meant to be a general reading for all Geminis, but it's like you've got a spare room and you can use it. And yeah, anyway, you could be hearing about that, some kind of a scheme where there's people from overseas, students from overseas that will be needing somewhere to stay. And anyway, what else could that be? The Fool, and it could be about travel, right? So let's the Fool and travel. You wanting to go somewhere else. It could be to learn as well. It could be to go to school yourself. So you could be considering moving to somewhere else and doing, because it will be closer to a uni or somewhere to learn something. The Magician, what is it that you're manifesting here? You're manifesting. So if that is you that wants to go somewhere else, you needn't sell your house because you could get students to stay there now. Student houses. That raises warning bells for me, but just take that as it resonates. The Magician, you're manifesting something with the resources that you've already got, the material resources that you've already got. So what's already in your house? Your stuff. You can use your stuff to do something, or the stuff that you've already got to do something. How's right? Magician's here. Why the Magician? Why the Magician? I don't want you to know. They're just trying to make a new spare room card and put it in this tarot deck. Apparently, the guides. What's this Magician card out for? Can you give us something? Okay, I'll take the one that fell on the floor. It's death. So there's a major ending. There's a major ending in your life. There's change going to happen, come about from it, a rebirth, that comes after the death thing. But the way that you think it's going to happen, like if you wanted to go back to school and so you were going to quit your job and then move to another place, it might make sense to you. I'll quit my job, I'll sell my house, I'll move there. That kind of route might make sense to you, but I'm getting that that's not how it's going to happen. That's not like this magical way it's going to happen, because you've got these synchronicities. You're going to hear about something, you're going to be like, that's a really good idea. Right? Years ago, I heard about this thing. I can't remember what it was called, but it meant that you could live in a resort for the rest of your life, right? And you buy like I can't remember what it is, but it's like a timeshare, but it's not. You buy an actual property in a resort. So you buy like a room in a resort, a bungalow or whatever in a resort, and then you can either stay in that, or you can stay in any of the resorts that are part of this scheme and stay in other people's that are doing this same thing. So it's kind of like a timeshare, but it's not. You actually own that property. And I'm like, living in a resort would be nice. Not sure I want to be confined to all of the resorts that are in that scheme. I could just use my money to do that instead. So that's what I did. Now I live in a resort. Magician and death. What's behind this? But it could be something like that. It could be something like left field. You hear about it and you're like, oh, I'd really like that. That would really suit me. And I keep on seeing students. You've got emotional release behind this. So emotional release. So it could be something that you are kind of attached to, like your material goods, like your home. Something that you're attached to, and it involves an emotional release to let go of it. And you don't even need to let go of it. You don't. You can use it in another way. It's a resource that you've got, and you can keep that resource, but you can use it for financial gain while you aren't using it. This is so specific. Gemini, Queen of Swords, but you need to have boundaries. Yeah, you need to have boundaries. Okay, Four of Voices. So that you are relaxed about it. You've got something big happening at the moment, Gemini, and it might feel very unsettling, like a move of location and a move of job and everything. Unsettling, big change in your life like that. And it's actually, there's a way that's easier than you're thinking it's going to go. You're thinking like traditional, what everyone would do. That's not the way that your higher self has got for you. It's going to give you something this week that's going to plant that idea that you already have a resource and you don't actually need to let it go in this change. You can keep on to it so that you don't need to have the emotional release. And it's going to make you feel so much better, calmer, about more rested, about this move or whatever the change that you're doing. You're going to feel a lot more relaxed about it. It's like, oh, good, I don't have to give that up. Well, that makes me feel better. I can do this thing and it's an easier way. It's an easier way. You're being given an easier way. What's behind this? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords and the Four of Voices. Oh, it's letting go. It's letting go. This is what you need to let go of the way that you think it's going to happen, and it will result in you not having to let go of something that you thought was you were going to have to give up and you didn't want to give it up. You don't have to give it up. There's an easier way. So, Gemini, what's going on in your love life this week? Religious factors. Religious factors are going on in your love life this week. Let's get more about that. So that can be religious factors. It also can be society, beliefs, philosophies, lifestyle differences, that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be religion. I mean, who ever does things like that anymore? Prosperity lies ahead. Okay, that seems to be connected. So it's not religion, it's something else. Yeah, it could be a difference in abundance levels that is affecting your um, romantic life, and it's not about how much money you've got in a bank account. It's about the perspectives that you have, the way that you have of looking at things. You've got a different perspective about abundance. So there'll be one of you that allows abundance to flow a little easier, maybe more successful because of that. And then there's one that doesn't have that same outlook on it, or just has a different way of going about it. Prosperity lies ahead, but it feels like there could be something to learn from each other on it. So I'm feeling like you're either thinking about getting into a relationship with someone that seems to be on a different level than you in some ways, in the way that they look at the world, and especially money and abundance, and you're unsure of whether to get involved with them, or you're already in a relationship with someone like that and you're like, how can this even work? But prosperity lies ahead. Unity. It's looking good. It's actually looking good. I think you're both going to grow from this. Unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified, has a ripple effect across the universe. Excuse me. A ripple effect across the universe. So, yeah, it's looking good for you, even though if you're in a situation like that, you might be thinking, what's good about that? It just seems to be a problem. It's not as big of a problem as you think. It can be worked out. If this is you thinking about getting together with someone that just seems to be in really rough financial times as well, this is kind of the green light saying it will be okay. Like, it's not going to last forever. Prosperity lies ahead. It very well could be that, in fact, for some of you. You've got camera and axe here. Reminiscing, keepsake, breakup, separation. Give them the stuff back, Gemini. What are you doing? There's someone you've broken up with and you've not given them the stuff back. Give them the stuff back. Or you've broken up with someone and they've still got some of your stuff. Go get it. Go get it. Or send someone else in to get it. Someone's keeping something of yours, or you're keeping something of someone else's, or you're both doing that. Sort it out. Give your stuff back. You don't want that energy around. It's a bit weird. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm getting strong energies of like a clean break here. You know how the Fool card came out first, so it's the beginning of a new journey for you, a new phase in life kind of thing. We have just had a new moon, and it was like about bigger dreams coming true. So you very well could be making a big decision. Like I always wanted to go back to uni or something, and I'm going to do it now. It could be something like that, and then there's all these big shifts to go with it. You got Call of the Muse. So something has inspired you to take action on dreams here. Bigger dreams, like that new moon said, right? Call of the Muse. It's just so you're inspired by something. It feels like, yeah, it feels like you could be moving forward with a dream that you've had for a long time, and you're like, I'm not going to wait until I'm old and I can't do it anymore. I'm going to do it now. What energy should you tap into inside of yourself this week? Gemini, service. How can you be of service? What is it you want to do? You stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. And I tell you what, you know you're on the right track when all these signs and synchronicities happen and you're shown a really good way of doing it, right? You know that you're in alignment then and you're in the flow. So you're asking love to use you, the universe to use you, right? You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping and manipulation. Then you just start getting your stuff. So after I had that like idea, I'm like, that would be great. I live in a resort. Then what happened? I didn't live in a resort. I got another house, and then I rented another house, and then I lived on a yacht, and then um, um and then I went to a resort. Yeah, then I went to a resort. There was a couple of short stays along the way, but then I went and lived in a resort because I was in a holiday town and they were the rooms, and that was really nice. And then I came and lived here in a resort. And people say you should like get a normal house. I'm like, no. Then I'd have to get staff. The staff here. I just live here. And then I can do what I do. And they can do the other things for me. And then I don't have to get staff. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping or manipulation. So you won't need to get those little things. It's just all going to work out. This is what it's saying. This big transition that you've got coming is just all going to work out, and you'll see. And you'll see something that it's heading you that way this week, and you're going to go, I don't need to get rid of that thing after all, and it could be this easy. I like it. What else does Gemini need to know about this week? Butterfly, a change for the better, yes, and it's an easy change for the better. It's easier than you imagined. I mean, it's still going to, don't get me wrong, it's still going to be change. It's still going to be stressful, but it's not as big a wrench as you're imagining it to be. Coins, money will be coming to you. Woo! I love that. That makes things easier as well. And we've got plenty of money, so we can always throw money at a problem. Angels, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Nice. See? Your signs and synchronicities are coming in. The universe is going to show you that it's on your side and it wants you to do this thing. Vote. Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. It's definitely energies about where you live this week. I was feeling it directly. And there's a card about it too. Dogs getting together with friends, that's cool. And the most difficult part of a situation is over, and it's your imagining of how hard it's going to be. So it's really good. This week for you is really good, Gemini. There you go. Those of you about to face a big transition, you're thinking it's going to be a big wrench. It's not. And you're going to see that this week, that there's a cool and easier way, a fun way of doing things. Synchronicity and play. There's going to be a fun way of doing it. You'll see. It's not going to be as hard as you think. There you go. That's the energies for this week for you. So be sure to check out your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus sign for some more information about the energies that you're going to be involved with this week. And Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click on that like button and click on that subscription button along with that notification bell as well. Have the best week ever, Gemini, and I'll see you in the energy update for the day tomorrow. Bye.